Okay, everyone, let's get started. So finally, we are here. So like as usual, I remember I said I'm going to do a live, right? But I noticed, live cannot, very tiring. Okay, so what I do is I find a sweet spot. Okay, midnight, nobody can tell me. I do recording. So this is the one. Yeah. So midnight recording, nice. So instead of live, we do recording. After that, you can fine tune your time when to watch it or what. Okay. So notes, everything is already prepared in the description. So you can click on the description to download the notes. I mean not notes like question. Okay. Then but what I'm gonna do is that instead of like the whole session as in I'm gonna explain after that question. So I'm gonna separate into a few sessions. So this will be part one. Then it will be another few parts. Then you have to watch the remaining. So the starting part will be teaching, and then it will be question, and then advanced question. So that's the one. So like you can see in front of you, I wrote there, the notes is more to like numbers, arithmetic level. So meaning everything's like calculation based, instead of understanding sentence related thought question and then form the expression itself and solve it. No, we're not doing that. So it's more to like building your confidence towards calculations. Okay, so everyone, let's do it. Oh, yeah. I'm going to explain another thing will be, because my channel is more to like English version, right? So Mandarin version, everybody, no worries. Because I have another very pro mathematics teacher called Teacher Gaby. Yeah. So I will put the link, okay, in front of you, you can see it. So I will put the link there. So if you're on Mandarin version, so she actually do that as well. So you can use that as a recap. So if let's say you're not so okay with the English thing, or maybe my English not that good, you can watch Gaby's video as well. Okay, and of course, thank you again to Ching on the design of the question. So I actually get all the questions from Ching. So Ching is another mathematics teacher that designed the questions for us. Okay, let's do it. Okay, everyone. Now, as you can see, I wrote there the evolution of maths. Now, of course, some very basic stuff to mathematics. Okay, number one, I asked ChatGPT / another one, DeepSeek. Yeah, so I mean both these like AI, right? They mentioned to me, hey, if you want students to like master algebraic, right, you have to first make them understand what is negative and positive involving times and divide. So I'm gonna put like a very simple idea by the side. You all can follow me. Let's say you didn't download, you can just take a paper and do it. Okay. Now, so let's do like the very basic integer related question. Yeah. So we will evolve one by one. Okay. So plus minus related question, and then times divide related question. And of course, everybody, you can just anytime take a calculator, boom, every single answer inside. Okay, yes. So let's come into this situation. Plus minus always talk about money. Plus minus always talk about money. So example number one, you have minus 5 plus 3. Now, so what is minus 5 plus 3? Again, negative shows you are owing money. Positive shows that you have the money. So when we understand the arithmetic level, the calculation level, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do it this way, but in your exam, please don't do that, okay? So you underline this, you notice this is like you are owing people 5 ringgit. This one is that you have 3 ringgit in your pocket. You owe somebody 5 ringgit and you have 3 ringgit in your pocket. So what you do? Come on, return them lah. So you take the 3 ringgit, return to the person, you still owe that person 2 ringgit. So your answer will be negative 2. So that's how we do it. So please don't say something like, teacher, I thought negative and positive, you get negative, I will come and slap you. Serious? I tell students, I will slap them. So again, when you talk about plus minus, please remember that. Throw all the things that you don't understand. If you don't know like algebraic expression, you don't know like all the basic mathematics, right? It means the skill is wrong. Throw them, redo it, re-understand. Like what happens is that the best quote I learned from different like I would say books lah. So they always say this thing on, like they say, when you learn something, you have to unlearn something, right? Then after that, you take that as a new knowledge, something like that. Okay, so that's a very good phrase, right? Okay, so everyone, second example, let's do the other one. So let's say we have 5 minus, let's say 7, a very basic question to understand the concept, because I said already, this is to understand. Make sure Form 2 up to Form 5 students where you are trying to make a difference, you can understand that, okay? Now, so what is 5 minus 7? Very simple. 5, it's a positive 5. There's nothing outside, nothing in front of the 5, it means positive 5. So it means you have 5, but you also owe somebody 7 ringgit. So in your pocket, there is 5 ringgit. You owe somebody 7 ringgit. So you return the 5 lah. Why not? So you still owe negative 2. Saw that. So that's like different situation. Always use money. Understand it first before you get into calculator and type. Because eventually the number becomes bigger and bigger, you can use calculator, right? Yeah, so it's just that before that, we understand the concept. Okay, let's move to the other one. Okay, number 3, we have -4 and then -3 again. Then student will definitely say, if you use the same wrong technique that you're going to use it in this question, like, oh teacher, I see like negative, I get positive, I'm going to come and slap you. Don't do that. So what you do, you owe somebody 4 ringgit, oh, hutang, right? You owe somebody 4 ringgit, you owe another 3. Owe means hutang. So, hey, you owe 4 ringgit, you owe 3 ringgit. You owe more lah, right? So you owe 7 ringgit. Yay! So that's the one. Okay, simple situation. Now, then we're gonna next get into another situation where it involves brackets, So brackets and how, Okay, number 4, we have brackets already. So bracket as in, you see something like negative and positive side by side. So you're gonna switch them. And finally, it comes to that thing where students say, teacher, I remember this minus become plus thing. Then plus minus become minus thing. You're right. So finally, we're gonna use that. So let's say so we use like the 3 example on top. We're gonna switch a bit. So -5, then minus 3. Olama, what's this? Very simple situation. So what you're gonna do is that nothing. I mean, there is nothing with minus and minus, and you can do it, right? So what you're gonna do is to switch them into one specific symbol, and then you continue it. So everyone, for this situation, right? Yes, I know that's a -5, and this thing you're gonna switch to what? Minus and minus. Yes, finally you're correct. It becomes plus, everybody. So it becomes, okay, so I'm going to erase this and write again. So it becomes -5 plus 3. Then now you know the question will be, you owe somebody 5 ringgit. It's the same thing, right? Then you owe somebody 5 ringgit. In your pocket, there's 3 ringgit. Take the ringgit, return. So your answer will be -2. Very simple. Okay, now, so this is how we're going to handle them. And next, we're going to do one more, which is number 5. So actually same thing, just that I'm just going to show you like different scenario, okay? So let's say -4 and then plus -3. What is -4 plus -3? So -4 is like the one specific term, one specific number that you are looking at. And you notice there's this plus minus thing, and you're going to switch to minus. So again, so you get -4, plus minus you get -3. So eventually you owe somebody 4, you owe another 3 ringgit, your answer becomes you owe 7 ringgit, so -7. So I'm going to write like a little information here so you can remember it. It will be, if you get same symbol, you will make it plus. If you get different symbol, you will get it, you will make it minus. So this is what I mean by different. This is what I mean by same. Got it? Okay, so that's how you do it. So this is like the basic part to your integer. So Form 1 students, you're supposed to understand this before you start your chapter 1. Okay, I mean Form 1, but our aim today is like to Form 1, to Form 2 up to Form 5 students, where you want to make a difference. Okay, so let's go into the next one where we talk about times and divide. Okay, everyone, hey, times and divide. Don't use any of your plus minus skill in your times divide. Gone. Okay, gone. I'm going to tell you, don't make them you don't take the ideology in plus minus and put it into times divide. It's gonna be gone. Okay, don't do that. So I'm gonna put a huge barrier here to separate them. It's not related. Not related. Don't mix them up. Of course, question-wise, eventually you have plus minus times divide mixed together when we name it as combined operation. Combined operation, you mix like plus minus times divide in the questions like quite normal for your primary, right? Then when you come into this times divide thing, right, please, they have their own unique skill. Don't mix up with plus minus skill. Two different things, right? So you see your plus minus is about money. Okay, negative is like owing, positive is like having. Then side by side, you switch them and then you continue with the process again, right? Then times divide different. You start off with, later when we do unknown, we are doing the same thing, It's just that we add unknowns inside and put another idea. Please, unlearn the things that you get wrong and relearn things that I mentioned to you now. So that's how you improve, okay? Especially for 5 students, you want to make a difference, make sure you jot down everything and please ask me in the class. Okay, I'm here to help. I already said I'm here to help. And yes, I'm going to make it all better, okay? Now, so everyone, for times divide, very simple. We're going to look at step 1, step 2, and step 3. But of course, if let's say you are fast enough, right, just go ahead, okay? Make it faster, make it faster. Really, you cannot do your times, right? Take a calculator. Yeah, take a calculator, but of course you have to understand the concept first, then after that you can use a calculator to handle it. Okay, first of all, you're going to handle your symbol as in your negative and positive situation. Yeah, unlike your plus minus, please don't take your plus minus thing and put it in your times divide. I mentioned that 3rd time already. Okay, so then of course you look at your number where it talks about your times and divide, and finally I'm going to split it because we are not doing any number 3 yet, right? So number 3, what is it? It's about unknowns. So the unknowns later lah. We're gonna talk about that. Okay. So everyone. So next, what we're gonna look at is that question. Hey, so question, what is it about? Just do like 2-3 questions, good enough already. Okay. Now everyone, first question I'm gonna talk about very simple. We're gonna do something like -4 times with -3. Hey, teacher, why there's a bracket here? Because you have two symbols. Okay, like two symbols like this. You see, when you have two symbols, you need a bracket to separate them. It's not like I put it there for fun. You see? So do you see something like this before? I don't think so, right? So you need bracket to separate the symbol. That's all. Okay, that's the reason why there's a bracket there. Okay, so everyone, what do I mean by symbol first? Okay, look at this. I'm going to put in one color lah. Okay, so let's say red color. So I'm looking at minus and minus. So this is where student mixed up. They thought like the plus minus question, they do minus and plus first because times is actually easier. So they use this times divide method and put it under plus minus. That's why they don't understand. Yeah, so don't mix up money for plus minus. Times divide, do the times divide way. So minus and minus, you saw that. You say negative and negative, minus and minus to me is the same lah. Okay, don't worry. So you get positive, right? Then now you look at a number. Oh, finally, number, see, number, the purple one. 4 times 3, easy lah, 12. So this plus over here, you can just ignore it lah. Okay, you can just ignore it. So I just erase it. So this will be your final answer. Okay, so that will be how you handle your times divide. So I'm going to do like one more on the divide thing just to clear up all the little things. Then you have no questions. Okay, so of course, if you have any question, I already said you can mention in the comment. Okay, when I say it, I will reply you. Okay, now everybody, number 2. What is number 2? We have, let's say, -50. And then we have divide by like 5, for example, something very easy. Okay, so as usual, please don't use divide in your secondary. It's better for you to switch it into fraction. Okay, so this thing, I have a few things to share with you guys. Okay, a few things to share with you guys. Basically, if let's say this thing involves unknowns, right? -50 over 5. Okay, student will, sometimes they will ask me like, teacher, the negative, can I just put it in the middle? Yes. Can I just put it below? Yes. I mean, as in, the final outcome is the same. Of course, placing it in different position, it indicates different value for that specific 50 or maybe 5, right? But then eventually the final outcome is the same. The final answer is the same. Okay, so I'll just put it there. You see, it's the same. I mean, outcome is the same. Of course, the value will be different, as in the one on top is -50, the one in the middle is like negative for the whole thing. The one below, it's negative, you put it in front of the 5, right? So 3 different situations, but outcome is the same. Okay, look at this. Look at this. The red color version symbol. Negative and positive. Negative, I put in the middle. Because final outcome already. Okay, so 50 and 5, you simplify. This is called simplifying. We understand the word simplify since primary. In Bahasa, it's called mempermudahkan. In Mandarin, it's called 越简. Okay, 简化. Okay, so we're gonna get 10. 10 over 1 is 10. Put 10 over 1 for it. Okay, so that will be the very, very basic stuff. Okay, very, very basic stuff to your what's that called? Your integer level lah. Okay, so if we increase the level into what? Into teacher. Now we're gonna increase the level into unknowns. So you notice this is like form 1, form 1, like before chapter 1, before chapter 1, you have to understand this. If you don't get this in your form 1, chapter 1, right? Come on. It's either you rely fully on your calculator and you will have a problem in understanding the chapters behind. Okay? So I would say concept is still very important. That's why parents always say this thing. Don't use calculator kills you. I mean, yes, for a certain aspect. Like for example, concept-wise, if let's say you don't get it, you just keep using calculator, then too bad. Okay? It won't shape your mathematics skill into a more detailed kind of understanding. Okay, it's more to like you get a final answer, then you try already. Okay, so I would say yes, for a certain question you need to hands off the calculator, understand it, and then when it comes to like the newer generation, your question you have more like heavier numbers, like bigger numbers, right? And then you need calculator to handle that. Because concept can, but then number is bigger, that's why you need calculator. That's the reason why we use that. Okay, because number is getting bigger for now. Okay, then when you come into Form 1 C5, this one is Form 1 C1. Okay, chapter 1. C5 is your algebraic expression. Then we're using the same thing, but then we will add on with something called what? Like plus minus, we are still using that barrier to break them. Okay, so we're gonna add something called when you get the same unknown. What do I mean by same unknown? Okay, what do I mean by same unknown? Same unknown means like for example, A and A. Let's say B and B. Okay, back with B there. Give me a moment. Ouch. Okay, like for example, same unknown Okay, never mind. I just explain the phrase first. Same unknown, continue with your plus minus. Okay, continue with your plus minus. If let's say you get different unknown, or maybe in other words, you can say variables, okay? So same unknown, you can do your plus minus, just continue doing it. And different unknown, please stop. Stop doing it. You don't do that. That will be your answer really. Okay, that will be your answer. Okay, I'll make it bigger. I repeat, unknown can be variable, it's the same, variable. Okay, unknown can be variable. Okay, so like a very simple concept to everybody. Listen it, I'm not writing it down. Like I always say this thing in the class. Okay, student can understand and answer me like in split seconds. But the thing is that when it comes to questions, student gets stuck. It's just like what, it's just like when student look at the word or maybe heard the word like admits. So they're like, oh, admits, oh. That's like I would say like maybe your siblings, your cousins, okay, your seniors, they have been talking about what, and that's really hard, eh? But then you have to understand something. You need to try it first without being affected by the what, by their point of view. So that's why when it comes to like the word admits, you will get like, what, triggered, like, ooh, yeah, that's what happened to me lah. So eventually my MS teacher said, come on, just F it off. Don't care about that. You have your own skill. You look at the workings that you have been writing. You're actually okay. But it's just that you have this like trauma. Okay, your cousins, okay, your friends, your seniors have been talking about. It's very hard, That's why you're scared. Okay, so okay, F off. Okay, so relearn it, right? So same applies to the situation where students see unknowns, then they are like, whoa, unknowns. Okay, I mean for weak students, strong students, they are like quite okay with it because it's actually puzzle. It's actually puzzle in maths. Puzzle. Okay, my how many years old? Like 7 years old kid. Okay, little kid. So like maths very maths very much. Yeah, because he likes puzzle. Yeah, so he like maths like that. It's like puzzle to me. So when you do maths, like not using fingers, it's like thinking about it, how to piece everything together. I'm like, whoa, okay, interesting. Okay, now so back to this case, I'm gonna say again, 2 cats. Look at this, 2 cats plus 3 cats. You're in front of me, right? 2 cats plus 3 cats. 5 cats, right? Okay. 5 dogs minus 3 dogs. 2 dogs. Do you notice you change the number without affecting the animal behind, right? So it's still cats. It's still dogs, right? So I repeat, another one. Let's say 5 apples plus 1 apple. 5 apples plus 1 apple. 6 apples. No changes to your apples. It's like the unknowns, you're not changing anything, right? You're not changing anything. Yeah, okay? So let's say I get something a bit different, like 2 apples plus 3 oranges. Come on, how do you plus them? You don't say something creative like, okay, teacher, I'm going to make it a basket of fruits. I know you can do that in your English, but then in mathematics point of view, it's like 2 separate things, like 2 apples and 3 oranges. It's 2 apples plus 3 oranges. That's all. You stop there, it's different. Stop there. Like again, back to like 3 cats minus 2 dogs. Come on, how do you minus that? So 3 cats minus 2 dogs is still 3 cats minus 2 dogs. Okay, you don't change any of the unknowns. It's still there. So therefore, when I come into this, when I change all the questions that I mentioned to you into questions, then you will notice like, oh, teacher, 3a plus 2a equals to 5a. Nobody gonna write 5a squared. What's that? No. Okay, same unknown, do it. Okay, same unknown, do it. Number 2, let's get to another situation like 5b squared minus 3b squared. Can you minus that? Yes. Same unknown. Do it. So you get 2b squared. 5 minus 3, right? So b squared is still the same. You don't say something like, teacher, I thought minus, then b squared gone already. No. Okay. So another one. Okay, let's say we get something with something related to the one on top, right? Okay, so something with like probably negative 5 plus 3. Okay. So negative 5a. AB, then, look at this, minus and minus 4BA. Students, BA, you're going to switch back to alphabetical order. So it becomes, okay, it becomes what? It becomes minus 5AB, minus and minus, A, side by side, change, plus 4AB. Then what do you get? Come on, same unknown, do it. Right? So the idea is there already, right? So students, the idea is there. Close your eyes. Say that. The idea is there. So just do it like AB, same unknown. Minus 5 plus 4. What is that? You owe somebody 5 ringgit, but you have 4 ringgit in your pocket. Okay, I still owe somebody 1. So negative 1 AB. And again, not to say a skill, but a format. We won't write negative 1 AB. But instead of that, we will erase the 1 and make it negative AB. Nice. Okay, so now you know the concept, right? For strong students, of course, this is nothing to you. My concern is like weak students like me. The reason why, okay, I wouldn't say something that I would say, oh, I want to solve something in this like mathematics industry or what. No. So I'm just sharing what are the things that I have been through and what my MS teacher actually taught me in my Form 4. And all these little things matters lah. That's why I'm sharing them with you. So then you'll be able to boost up your mathematics understanding. I already said I don't like maths because I hate maths so much. I get very low marks, that's why I hate it. But if I say you're gonna say now, do I love maths? No, I don't like maths. I like drawings. I like basketball. Come on. I like skating. So if let's say you're gonna talk about, hey teacher, you like maths, therefore you teach maths. I say no. No. You like maths. I mean, you don't like something doesn't mean you're gonna be weak at it. You're gonna be weak at it. No. You don't like something, you can be good at it. You get what I mean? Think about top scorer. Top scorer, they get everything 90 over marks. Come on, do they like every single subject? No, but they still excel, right? So this is what I'm trying to fit into your brain. Yeah, so you don't like something doesn't mean you are weak at it. Okay, got it. Okay, before. Now, so I'm gonna fit something with different unknowns, okay? Like let's say 5, okay, I do like simple examples, okay? Like 5a squared, minus 3a. Come on, you can't do it. One is a squared, one is a. It's like two different things. Come on. Okay, only if you put a squared and then different. So if let's say there's an a squared, then you can do it. It's like 2a squared, right? Just like the example on top, like number 2. If let's say I put this way, sorry, your answer stays 5a squared minus 3a. Full stop. Done. Okay, then the last example, number 5. Okay, how if I get something like 5xy minus the one I pick it plus minus, so the one on top is like minus already. Like 5xy plus and minus, let's say we get something like 11 xy z. Come on, obvious lah. Totally different right now. So what you notice is that, oh, I can change this one. I change to minus 5xy plus minus becomes minus 11xyz. Done. So that's how you do it. Yes, I'm very noisy, but just pause it, relearn it, right? So one very important phrase I've been talking about, unlearn and relearn. Unlearn the skills and relearn it. For weak students, new students, like strong students, you unlearn for what? You understand already, right? And the second thing will be, you don't like maths doesn't mean you are weak at it. Okay, that's the two things that I'm talking about in this class. Okay, so everyone, next. Come on. This is plus minus, right? So we're going to use the same skill above in your integer, and we're going to apply unknowns into it. Come on. Okay, come on. Unknown wise for times divide. Okay, unknown wise, nobody cares. My daughter always say this thing, like, come on, nobody cares. Nobody cares. When I talk to her, it's like, nobody cares. I mean, we are playing around, so nobody cares. Okay, so why do I say that nobody cares here? It's like unknown, same. Okay, same. I put that same or different. Same or different. Nobody cares. Just do it. You know what is just do it, everyone? Nike. Just do it. Nike. Okay, I think I can draw it better. Nike. Ching. Okay, Nike. Just do it. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So just combine everything. This is different already, everyone. This is different. I already said, don't mix up your plus, minus, and times divide. They are two different things. Okay, they are two different things. Okay, so everyone, so let's get something simple and let's get something weird. Okay, like weird. Okay, everyone, number 1, simple stuff involving times and divide. Let's say 5a times negative, let's say 10 AB, then over is basically divide, so just make it over what? Over, let's say a 2AC. Okay, now this question over here, right? Okay, so over here, maybe I put it by the side. It's just something very simple. Okay, so everyone, there is something that I want to share with you. It's basically the little things that matters that I mentioned before. So what do I mean by the little things? Okay, everyone, let's make it by the side. Okay, so the little things that matters, I always put it in the class. I put there the ideas. Okay, idea number one, students, 2 plus 3 over 2 versus 2 times 3 over 2. Every single class on basic, I always mention it, especially in my normal class. I mentioned to students, I said, this is super important. You have to understand it. Okay, now, so everyone, can you simplify this 2 and 2? You see what my teacher says, okay? My teacher says, hey, come on, you test. My teacher don't like you're wrong, okay? Like straight away get like a fine answer to us. Like let's say we talk about, hey, can you cut this and this wrong? Okay, I always say this in class. So what my teacher says is that why not you test it? Okay, test as in what? If you cut this and cut this, suppose normally you do that, right? You get a 1 there, then eventually you get 1 plus 3 equals to 4. But the original way to handle this supposed to be, look at this. If I'm going to take away, 2 plus 3 equals to 5. 5 divided by 2 supposed to be 2.5. So what the hell? Cannot. So it means in your plus minus point of view, you cannot cut them. Okay, so I will suggest not to touch any of your plus minus related simplifying until I teach you the next part where we name it as factorization. Okay, now then you come into times. Okay, can you cut 2 and 2? You cut 2 and 2, eventually you get like 3. So we test. Originally, if let's say you're going to do the question, it will be 2 times 3 equals to 6. 6 divided by 2 equals to 3. It's correct. So times divide, you can cut them. So when you come into this case, come on everyone, everything is times. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because in unknown point of view, right? So I'm going to put like a very simple situation at the top. Let's say 5AB 5AB. Students, 5AB in unknown point of view, we name it as an algebraic term. Algebraic term. Okay, TERM, algebraic term. So this algebraic term, we can split it into 5 times A times B. How can it be 5 plus A plus B when I say different unknown you cannot plus? Like for example, 5 plus A, can you plus them? Cannot. One is 5, one is 1A, cannot. So you cannot plus 5 plus A equals to still 5 plus A. So therefore, the only thing you can do is 5 times A times B, and moreover, I said, unknown, same or different, nobody cares, just do it. And you're going to combine it like what I'm going to do now. Okay, so everyone, the next idea. 3 times 3, if 3 times, you look at the statement that I'm going to mention. If 3 times 3 equals to 3 square, if 3 times 3 equals to 3 square, so therefore, A times A equals to A square. Right? Okay, wait, let me answer. Hello? Okay, everyone, let's get into it. See, 3 times 3 equals to 3 square. So therefore, A times A equals to A square, right? So how if I say something like, teacher, then A square times A, right? So basically, just make it A cube, right? I mean, logical, right? Now, so how if I say something like A square times A power 3? So basically, A power 3 comes from A times A times A, right? Then you just count how many A's are there, right? So A times A square basically A times A, right? See, A square A times A. So A cube will be A times A times A. So if I say A square times A cube, then your answer will be A power 5. Okay. Then third idea, hey students, 8 divided by 8, what do you get? 1. Right? W divided by W, 1. Right? Then middle finger divided by middle finger, what do you get? 1. Okay, so what I'm trying to express is that 100% equivalent stuff, when you divide it, you get 1. Right? So when you come into this, come on, everything times, But of course, we try not to do something like 5 times A times negative 10, and then times with A times with B. We do that, okay? So since we know everything is times, you see what I'm going to do. Everyone, cut, come on. Right? So, cut, negative 5. Right? And then we can do our times already. Right now. So it will be positive, negative, the usual times, right? Usual times. 5 times 5, the number is 25. Then unknown wise AB, match them together, stick them together. So like your times divide, nobody cares. Combine them. Over, what do you like below? C. Done. Okay, done. So that's how you're gonna handle. Okay, so students, I will show you something a bit extreme. Okay, something a bit extreme. Number 2. Okay, something extreme. Number 2. So number 2, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do something like not like super extreme, but 36x cubed y 5 z square times what? Like times negative 12x square y square without the z. You see, like different unknown, can you see that? But I already said, nobody cares. same or different, you still can do it. It's not like plus minus. It's like, whoa, strict, right? Over. What we're gonna do next? How about something, okay lah, something easier first that we don't have to use calculator yet, okay? So like, let's say we're gonna make it 6, okay? 6, I think 6 is better, right? Okay, 6. Then x 4, y 10 with z squared. So students, probably you can pause and you can try it on your own, and after that you can compare and see whether you get correct or not. Okay, now everyone, look at this. Now, of course, student can do something like this, but I'm going to show you, but the workings will be longer lah. So I will do a quick one. I mean quick as in long workings, not so recommended. Okay, I'll show it to you, and after that you write it. And then the second one where I prefer student to do it, or the second method. So the first one, to write it. Okay, I'll just show it to you. If let's say you're gonna do it part by part, right? I will handle the one on top first. So basically you get something like plus and minus, right? Can you see, like when you do your times, you see I recap a bit, you see you handle your symbols, right? And then your numbers, and then finally your unknown, you see? So we are still using the same thing. It's just that now you have unknowns, right? Okay, plus and minus is minus on top. 36 and 12. Oh my gosh, 36 and 12. Sorry, I need a calculator. That's why you see, the thing is that when you're doing like part by part, you will need calculator because there will be like number wise will be like larger, right? So it's 432. And then you see, look at this. X cubed times x squared, that's x power 5. Y power 5 and y squared, you get y power 7, because think about it. Y power 5 means y times y times y times y times y, and then you times another y and y, you get 7 of them. And then z, leave it. You see, do you notice I don't care about unknown? Then you notice that, wow, there's a 6 what? There's a 6x4y10z2. But I already said this is something consider longer lah, so not so recommended. Okay. Then of course, after you do this thing, then you redo your times because no plus minus involved. I mean, it's not addition subtraction like the one by the side. It's more to like pure times divide involving negative and positive. So everything is scientific. Okay. Then when you redo, it's like what? It's like students, there's a minus here, there's a plus below, and your final answer becomes minus. Then your 6 and 4, 3, 2 is like, wow. 6 times 4, 3, 2 is like 1 and 72. I use a calculator. Okay, then look at this. Think about it. Students, x power 5 is like x times x times x times x times x, 5 of them. And the one at the bottom is like x times x times x times x. And you cut one by one just like this. Just like these two ideas, just like these two ideas. These two ideas. Imagine if let's say I get something like x times x times x, divide by x times x, come on. It's the same thing, right? Cut it and put 1. Same thing, you put 1, right? And then times divide, you can cut, right? So I get back into the situation, then I know. I imagine the situation, I know 72 going to be on top. I know x, y, you left 1x on top. I already said, you imagine there is like 5x on top. You close your eyes and imagine it. Spend some time understanding it. Use your brain. Imagine the picture. If you cannot, then you write down. I always force myself to like remember it. Okay, like I'm not a person where I'm good in memory, but I try it. Okay, I try it. So you should try it. Okay. Then y7 on top, y10 below. So again, there's 7y on top. There is 10y below. Everything is like timed, right? Then you cut one by one. It's like ding 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 ding. Everything cut one by one. So how many y is there? Eventually, you're gonna tell me y with 3. And z-y's, come on, 100% equivalent. Just cut it off. Final answer, students. Final answer. Okay, so that will be not so recommended because this sort of question you can solve it in split seconds like this. I'm going to show everybody now. So I take away, okay, take away. Okay, take away. Now, so I take all these things away. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, how I will handle it. I'm pretty sure your school teacher will do the same thing. Okay, now. So yeah, okay everyone, look at this. Everything times divide, you can touch them, you can cut. See, plus minus don't touch. You see, plus minus don't touch. You see, plus minus don't touch. You touch, slap. Okay, times divide, go ahead. I see times divide, go ahead. Okay, so I'm gonna start doing that. Everything times divide. Okay, I'm gonna start doing that. So I will first start off with deciding my symbols. So I have my plus and minus. I get minus on top, and then at the bottom is a plus. So minus and plus. Eventually, I get a minus in the middle, right? So that's how I decide. Okay, next, look at this. look at number 12, 6, and 36. It depends on what you want to simplify with. Just simplify with one of them. So 1 and 6. So you get a 6, and then you're going to times with the 12, you get a 72 on top. And now what I'm going to do is that I will do a conclusion according to what I see, unknown by unknown. But I already said, nobody cares about whether the unknown is same or different because this is time simplified. So x3, x2, you get 5 on top. Below there is 4. You know it's the same concept. It's just that I'm not writing it like part by part. Like I'm going to settle all the numerators, I settle all the denominators below. So I do it as a whole. Okay, then of course I get 1x on top. Y, 5 of them, 2 of them, total 7 on top. Below there's 10. You simplify them, cut one by one, you get y with a how much? Just now it's like y7, okay, you get y3. Z-wise, done, gone. So I prefer this kind of like method because it's easier to handle. Okay, so everyone, this is the first part, like super basic stuff, Form 1 friendly as well. So I'm going to move to the next part, where the next part, it will be the evolution of maths next session, and it will slowly bring down to what? It will slowly bring down to the expand skill and the factorization skill, and eventually we can start battling them. So the 6 skills, right? The 6 skills, you will need calculator. Okay, you will need calculator. I will sekali bomb all the 6 skills together, and you have to remember, and familiarize with the what's called the formats, templates. So it's like, you look at it, it's like, oh, I saw that. This is skill number 2, something like that. Oh, I saw that. Okay, this is skill number 3. Okay, this is skill number 4, something like that. So this is what you're going to do on the next coming video. Okay,